It's the money matrix. It's the MEBSEA matrix formula. What is the formula? Is it like a E equals MC squared? Is it like one scientific thing that we're going to have to like rack our brains to figure out? So Aanchal, do you want to give us the formula right now, or should we just hold on to that till we come to the experience of it? Otherwise, it might not make too much sense right now. What do you say?
I would just literally, give a gist of it
Please.
because, yeah. So first of all, your desire starts with the intention, what you want, right? And then your goal. So the right intention plus the matrix, MEPSI matrix is equal to the manifestation of your goal. That's simple. It starts with your intention, but understanding the MEPSI matrix would not be possible, like completely understanding it. That's why, we'll talk about it, how I'm going to teach it further. But yes, you will get to experience it today, a glimpse of it definitely. How we're going to use this intention and how we're going to bring it together with Messi and the following.
And you know what? I'm bringing these questions on, Anchal, because it's very clear that because it's experiential, let's just experience it and then keep asking questions about it. But this
Mm-hmm.
first set of questions, just bringing up. So Shifa's asked, how much time does it take for manifestation to happen, and do we need to be psychic and intuitive as well? That's one half of a question. The second half is, in case we are confused and have fear, does it still help to overcome the fear and get our manifestation accomplished?
Very good question. So first of all, you don't have to be a psychic for that. And you will realize as you move forward, your intuition will become stronger because in this technique, I will be guiding you. We are all intuitive. We are all born intuitive. We just forget to hear those. So God is always talking to us, but we just don't hear it. So we will just understand how to hear those messages, right? So we will understand this part of us. Though you are not a psychic, but intuition is gifted to all of us. And you will be able to understand that part. And the second, how much time does it take? If what experientially I have seen that students are able to generate good financial results to say within 15 days. Like for example, I had a makeup artist student in the last batch. So she asked when she came, she's like, "Ma'am, I have no orders, no clients, and she said it's off season, it's raining. Like last month, it was rainy season, so there are no bookings coming. And whenever I go with a client meeting, they just reject. They will say, "We'll let you know," but nobody comes back. And it's usual, Then what is the normal excuse people say? They're like, there is a lot of competition, this, that, and that is why I'm not getting orders. It's off season also. I like, no, Rupal, you have to understand. It doesn't matter it is off season. It doesn't matter that there is a lot of competition. What matters is what are you thinking about it? You've already rejecting so many opportunities by saying it's off season. So God says, okay, it's off season. I don't give it to you. Marriages are still happening. So what if the off season? Competition, there are so many marriages happening. Everybody wants the best. That means your energy is not projecting that your service will add any benefit to them. If you go with the right energy, they would want to be with you because marriage is such a happy occasion. And if somebody comes to you and and take your somebody comes to you, they come with that excitement and they want the other person to bring that confidence in, that excitement in. And if you come with that low energy of doubt energy of you know mixed feelings, then they will sense it. So as I said, we are all intuitive. Sometimes we meet somebody, we don't feel good. Sometimes we meet somebody, we feel very energized. Why is that? It is our intuition talking to us, but we just don't realize it. So we just have to be clear on what do you want and we have to work on. Within 15 days, she messaged me like, "Ma'am, next 15 to 20 days are booked for." Like, I want to get on a call on you, but I don't even have date to give, like, get on a call with you.
With you. That is fantastic. And she had also asked, if you're confused and have fear, Does this still help to overcome the fear and get our manifestation? So fear and confusion means you're not in alignment.
You're not in a line.
Then how will the manifestation happen?
How? Because it will, see, it is all very connected. If your mind is not aligned, you will not feel the right emotion. If your emotion and your mind is confused, then your energy, will not be right. Then your actions, your body will say that you don't feel like going to work, you don't enjoy going to work. Even your body shows, symptoms like you will feel pain in your body, unnecessarily pain. So that is also a manifestation in your body of your resistance. You're resisting going to there. So, and it's not difficult to get over these fears. The problem is we are not able to recognize what is causing that fear. And it is simple. Once you get to the understanding, it is easier to release that fear. And if you're not able to release it like in 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, within 15 days, you'll definitely be able to overcome that.
Super. Deepa's asked, are the tools or the work to be done, tools or work to be done for alignment? Deepa, is it a question or are you stating it? So if you want to rephrase that and come back, and Neetal had agreed earlier, so we need to go with the flow without asking. Sujata had asked, is this an energy healing or chanting needs to be done? Is there any chanting
Okay.
that needs to be done when you're doing this work for yourself?
So as a part, I do like teach Om chanting with it, but that's optional, right?
Right.
Because that's optional. That you can do it or you don't want to do it. It's okay. That's fine as well.
And as you've said, Anchal, it's an experiential thing, and by as a manifestation tool, it doesn't necessarily mean that it has five tools, physical tools that you have to use. It's an
Mm-hmm.
experience that you go through to align all this, correct?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So when
Exactly.
somebody's in a session with you, or somebody's understanding this work with you, it's not like they have to carry things with them. They're just with you.
They're just with me.
Right.
They will understand. For example, if you go to a language class, right, and you are learning a new language, so you don't have to go there. You just have to understand the right pronunciations. You just have to understand the right things and then use it further while you speak. So it's just the same thing. There are just certain basics that you have to understand, and then you have to use it in your daily life. And I give you I give practical exercise. So my forte is always to be very practical. Like if any spiritual practice or anything that we do, it needs to add some value to our life, right? If it doesn't upgrade our life, then everything makes no sense. And upgradation needs to be practical as well, spiritual as well. I should feel better in my life. I should feel like I've got an upliftment. And that's why I feel that it's very important that whatever we do, it is very, very practical. So I give exercises that are very much daily implementable.
And again, people, you're going to experience that. We're just making sure that whatever doubts you have, your queries you've posted, we clear it up. Sunita's asked, could you hypothetically use it to change your luck for winning the lottery?
Lottery, okay. So, I definitely you can use it because a lot of times, actually, my students would come to me and a lot of people, when there are matches, there are a lot of people put their money and they ask me who will win. I would get a feeling. And a few times, in just joke, mazak mein, I just said, okay, this will win. And that team actually won because I just felt that. But I did not suggest later on that. Because what happens, greed and all these lower emotions are very subtle and they will creep in. And the moment they creep in your manifestation, they're going to pollute it. And we don't want that.
And something's bound to go wrong. As you said, there are universal laws at play.
Yeah, and also there is also science behind it. You are, it is changing every minute because in that process, so many people are involved. They may be taking, so the moment you checked it, the decision might be different. Maybe they changed it 10 minutes later.
Right.
And then you did not do it. So I never suggested that it is possible. I never suggest to do it because again, I said it's better to keep something sacred with it, that that some values need to be attached to it. So I said, like, you give me any amount of money, I am not going to do this for all these things.
And well, technically, if you look at it, when you are manifesting that salary upgrade or that business class upgrade or that new home or that new dress or that new ring, it is as good as a lottery. आपकी हिंदी में
It's
बोलते हैं आपकी मेरी lottery लग गई. So I've won the lottery. Which is that when Sunita, obviously you were talking about a physical, buying a lottery ticket, as you mentioned right at the beginning, Anchal. So I'm repeating this. So please correct me if I'm right in my understanding. Universal laws are at play. Because universal laws are at play, manifestation is bound to happen. However, greed, not a good thing. It's a low base energy. That is not what you want. Also, the universe, what is the universe? What is that one rule that we all know? Always for the highest good, for one and all.
exactly very well
Right?
said.
So
Yeah.
all this does come into play. And if your sense of ethical practices is not, the moment that is off alignment, this is not going to work. Have I understood that correctly?
Yes, perfect.
Super.
I mean, you're saying it right. So just an add on to that.
Yes.
For example, you have a genie with you, right?
I have a
And
what? Sorry, what?
a genie, like a
Genie.
magic
Okay,
lamp.
yeah, okay.
You have a magic
Yeah,
lamp,
yeah,
the
yes,
genie
yes,
comes
yes.
out.
Right, right.
So if you will see, like in any kind of such stories, if there has been a genie, the genie is not greedy for anything except the freedom, right? You ask the genie, and genie will give it to you. It's you, but if you see the power of that genie, the genie doesn't want a big home. The genie doesn't want anything. So what I'm trying to say is that you are the genie right now, and you will see that as you come in alignment, little things will easily get to happen that you are desiring. You would be easily be able to manifest a lot of things, and slowly, your desires will start diminishing because it would be very effortless. Sometimes, Neelu, it's so crazy that a lot of times I don't even I don't even move a pen, and I get it right on my plate.
Right.
Because I just ask for it and I forget about it. And like sometimes I just talk to the universe, okay, I want this, okay, like just a normal conversation, and it's just given on my plate. And I'm like surprised. I didn't even move my hand. And I'm not saying that you don't have to do any hard work or you don't have to do anything. But how, if suppose that I said that if you see that somebody has to go from 30,000 to 2 lakhs, right? Then that means that person has to work now. If that person was working 3 hours, then that person should be working 8 hours. Hard work, hard work. And hard work has been glorified so much. But what I enforce is deep work, aligned work. Maybe you just work 3 hours, and I was still working only the 4 hours a day. But I was much more unified with myself.
Right.
And that's what intensified those 4 hours.
And Sonali, your question has been asked and answered at the beginning of the call. Please make sure you catch it on the replay. All right. Vinod said a few people have posted their concerns. So Vinod says he's into network marketing business, but not able to get prospect to move ahead in business. And Shriram has asked, that can it help give us the clarity that we require so that we have a clear goal? And how much time do we need to do all this? Again, yeah, so same thing. Brinda has written, I'm not getting clients in my business, though I have 35 years experience in my field. So people are putting in, and that makes her feel very depressed and negative. So these questions are coming in. They're posting, okay, these are my concerns. These are my concerns. So let's bring all their concerns into the experience of it. I just wanted to bring this forward. Also, some other questions are about, do we have steps to clear our confusion? Then there is, which is going to be part of the experience, or are you going to tell us that separately? Is it part of the demonstration that we go through right now? The
I would
clearing of
try
confusion?
as much as possible that we can.
Okay. And Deepa's asked, her question was, what are the tools to align, or what work needs to be done for alignment? You definitely aligned yourself for this call and came, because every question that is coming is aligning itself into heading towards the demonstration of it all.
Yeah, but before we get into demonstration, I want to explain like the questions that
Yes,
I've
yes,
asked, like for
of
the
course.
marketing, because in the last batch I had a marketing student as well. So first of all, people will start thinking that you are lucky. There is a saying, "जहाँ हाथ डालो सोना बन जाता है." It starts happening because I
Golden
remember
touch.
before, yeah, I was not aligned. So whatever I was doing, I was not able to get success in that. Again, not mindset, not right energy, not right emotion, not whatever. Everything was just here and there. But when I got aligned, and similar, like I'll give another example, two examples of my students as well. Whatever I was doing with that aligned energy, it was giving me good fruits. Whatever I was doing, it was giving me fruits. So you become lucky, and so you don't ask for luck, but in the process, people will perceive you as lucky. So a lot of people have told me, "Arey, you are very lucky. It's easier for you. तो बहुत lucky." Like that's how people are looking at me. I just received an award, Neelu, and I did not. I just received an award for best Reiki master in International Reiki Awards. I had no
Congratulations.
clue. Yeah, thank you. And I just asked a month ago, it'll be good to have an award. I mean, that's it. And like again, people said you are lucky, and it's not luck. It's just you become in a habit of living that. That just becomes your way of life.
Right.
And then attracting clients and all of that. As I mentioned, you people will come on your path on its own. The right people will come on the path. For example, you are getting 100 queries, but they are not aligned with your purpose, your work, your energy. They will not buy your service. Even if they buy your service one time, they will not come back, or they will come with the energy of complaining. There are people, clients who irritate a lot, who complain a lot, and that they hand over their stress energy to us. We don't want that. We want people who add on value. It's not, business is always give and take as well. It's not just money we get from the clients, they also come up with their energy. And it's so beautiful if they come with the energy that adds on to our excitement to work further. For example, I just had a student who had a marketing business, marketing firm, and he wasn't like about 50,000-60,000 rupees a month. And he was like, "Ma'am, I'm struggling with clients, and there are few same story. Clients come, they go, they negotiate, they don't come back." And then I have screenshot, Neelu, as after again 15-20 days, "Ma'am, today I received 1 lakh. Ma'am, today I received 50,000. Ma'am, today I received 45,000, 2 lakhs." Like every other day. He's like, "Ma'am, every meeting I'm going, it is a success. They want to hire me. Every meeting I'm going, it's a success." Is it magic or something? It's just unbelievable. But it's not magic. It just feels like magic in the beginning, and it feels like it's too unbelievable to be true. Because we feel that we deserve suffering. ऐसा लगता है कि सफरिंग तो है ही जरूरी ना. I mean, how इतना easy कैसे हो सकता है happy रहना? But truly, no mother wants their child to be unhappy.
Right. Right. And in fact, even with Sriram's question about, I think first we need to clear our goals and thoughts, and will it help us give that clarity and then the means to achieve it? Who I'm thinking of here is your client who actually came into you with a relationship thing, and then that when
Yeah.
that came into, so if you'd like to share that story with everybody, because they came in with one thing, and
Mm-hmm.
it's ended up hugely happening in another area as well. So you want to tell us about that?
Yeah. So there's one of my students in US. She's Annalisa, and so she came up with a broken heart because she was going through a breakup. She was sure about that person, but whatever. She's like, "Ma'am, I want that guy back." I can't work on those bases. Like, bring that guy back, right? But I'll just work you through this journey, and in the process, if it is for your highest good, he will come back. And if you come to that mark that I'm okay with it, so I will work with you for your highest good and his highest good. मैं जिद नहीं पूरी करूंगी आपकी, right? He would hate.
I'm not going to fulfill your desire for this if it's not for your highest good.
It's
Just
not for your
translated
health.
it for our international
Okay.
audience. Yes.
So, she's like, okay, I agree to it. I like, but you are going, emotional problems, especially relationships, usually takes longer because emotionally you are very much entangled and it takes time to heal. When you are emotionally broken, you need some time to heal your emotions as well.
Right.
So it, like, usually I see money is easier because there is no emotional pain as much. There is just frustration, irritation, which can, and some fears, which can be easily removed. But when you have a broken, like wounded part, relationships actually give you wounds which you can't see. So she did take 3 4 months to get through that. Not only she got this relationship back, this guy now they're living together. They almost, I think they got engaged as well. And this guy was so sure. He came on his own, like he was sure that he wants her. Then she was struggling with a, she was doing a very normal kind of a job where she was paid very less. She's now a real estate agent, and it's a very good profession in the US. You have to go through the study, you have to study.
Yeah.
So when she realized what her purpose, what she wants to do, what aligns with her, what she wants to do, and she's a very, in the process, she also sorted her career, and then money also started flowing.
Fantastic. So Shriram, I hope that answers that question for you as well. Gitanjali, wait, we'll have the candle on when we begin the demonstration. All right. And Shifa shared that it's amazing to hear these real stories from you and seeing manifestation turning true. And is there something that has to be done or followed daily? Asks Sujata.
Okay. So definitely, say suppose in a batch if there are 30 students, okay, and 20 of them work on themselves and 10 of them don't. So 20 of them will get result, 10 won't. So I'm going to be very honest with you. You have to work on yourself. You learn it, you understand it. What is the difference between knowledge and wisdom? Wisdom is knowledge applied. Even if you take all the knowledge, you don't apply it to your life, it doesn't make sense. So definitely, if you apply it to your life, and it's not something you have to sit in meditation for an hour every day. No, no, no. It's some subtle, very simple, subtle changes in your life. For example, like, okay, let me give you the example of Anita. So she had a very clear goal that she wants to have more clients, attract more clients. She just started her business, and she barely had any clients, and she had no confidence. Now she realized that we worked through the practices, that she worked on her confidence, on the mindset, on the right emotion, on the energy, definitely. But she also needed to take action, that go to the client, do some research. She was a fresher in the business. She needed to do some research of what she wants to do. And then there are certain, I knew that her confidence was lacking. So I gave her a few affirmations. I gave her a few exercises. She, I asked her to do it for 11 days, and she did it for 11 days. That's why she doubled, like, clients started flowing in, and then within again 20 days, she told me, ma'am, I got 40,000, I got 20,000, 60,000. So she was able to, in that very month, she was able to make from 10,000 to 1 lakh.
Amazing.
It makes a huge difference. We are all energetic beings. Your clients sense your energy. They sense your confidence.
And in fact, Jaya had written in, I do manifestations with full intent, but somehow it has never worked. And then it just saddens me, and I tend to lose faith. I work very hard, but unfortunately, do not reach the deserved results. So, in fact, this example that you just gave, Anchal, would would be slight kind of like an answer for Jaya. But if there's anything else that you'd like to say to her,
Yes, definitely. Because Ajay, that's how my journey. That's how I came up with it. Because
right?
you know, uh, like I said, my journey. I was a designer and art. I was an artist and a designer. From there to the spirituality, I realized that your desires are very important in your spiritual journey, because you can only transcend desires, or all these things. Like spirituality says that leave any desire, but that's not true. You fulfill it and then you will transcend it.
Right.
And that's what a lot of gurus write. I forgot the name of the guru who wrote this in his book. um, Yogananda also says that, and there is uh, I'm not getting the name right now. He also
Right.
writes in his book that it is important for us to manifest our dreams. And then I realized that it is so important to teach people also. There are things that I am doing so effortlessly, world needs to know about it. And I came on this journey because of so much excitement that how this magic is happening. How is this happening? And then when it did not work at some time, then I put my research into it. Why it is not working? So I would be able to fully understand each step of why it is not working. And that is why I came up with it, because it doesn't work because of simple few reasons. And in the wow call, I will be giving those mini steps also, the reasons why. I will be explaining that. But that's what I've kept for the wow call, because I'll have to little bit explain those pointers of why it doesn't work, how we can do that.
Right. Okay. And there are so Neetal's asked, how is it possible when you're in a public business where everything is dependent on walk-in customers? For example, a restaurant
Mm-hmm.
or a shop. How would does this work there?
A restaurant or a shop. Okay. So as I said, if you look at, if suppose it's a bakery shop, for example, right? If people are, if you look at the customer's point of view, they come in because they like the taste, they like the decor, they like, right? So definitely there must be a feeling either your taste is not good. What makes you feel that your shop doesn't deserve so much work?
Right.
That comes in at the first block, right? And once we understand this, and definitely you will be able to right away, as I said, it's very practical. You
Right.
would see it why they can't come and what is stopping them to come. And then they will automatically start coming. It's not rocket science. In 15 days, you will get it.
Right. And
Maybe it could be as small as the wrong board.
right.
It could be the wrong energy of the people who work. It could be just a very small input. But when you as the owner comes in the right energy, your business is bound to flow. I'm saying it will flow. There is no doubt about it.
Right. And that way, Anshul, even everyone else, even the lady, your client who's the beautician, she's single, but her income is dependent on clients. Even elsewhere, even if you're a home business owner, everybody is a potential client. So whether you run a restaurant or you're sitting at home and working, your income is coming in from people who are coming to you for whatever reasons. But when you own a business, as you said, Anchal, the people you have around you also will make a difference.
Yeah, and like again, I can give endless examples, Neelu, like Gary Johnson. He's in US again. Gary, um, he also started with the relationship, and then it ended helping his work as well. So he said that no, Anshul, actually it's the election year, so we
Right.
usually go in losses in the election. I like, Gary, that's the point. Why are you going in losses? What makes you believe? Is it somewhere written that this is election year and the whole nation is going to go into losses? Like, no. Is that a rule of your country? It's like, no. Then why you were taking that to your business? And in the August month, he realized the moment he changed that, he went into profit.
Right. 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 So the conditioning of it all.
It's just a small part of it.
Right.
As I said, he was working on the relationship, so he was already working on the emotion part of it, the energy part of it. And it's just an understanding also. Once you understand that, how do you apply it to your problem also? Even if you learn it, great. You learn it also. And then you also know, okay, this is how I have to apply to this particular thing. And then once you apply it, it will work.
Superb. All right. And so, okay, a few people also wrote in, Lotus and Shifa and Sonali, congratulating you on your award that
Thank
you
you.
know. And can manifestation give you what is not there in your destiny? So, how can we understand this concept of destiny vis-a-vis manifestation? Asks Sonali.
Okay, very good question, because that's how I start a lot of my classes with.
Interesting.
But I'll just give a glimpse of it, because a lot of people already believe that they are not lucky or they don't deserve it because it's not destined, because some Baba said in a childhood that you're bound to happen. So again, there was one girl. She came to me because she was worried. Somebody had told that she would go through many divorces,
Okay.
and with that fear, she was not even getting married.
Right.
Right? Because she said, what is the point of getting married? Because I'm anyways going to get divorced. Same way, if you feel that you're already going to fail in a business, what's the point of getting into the business, right? They're like, no, 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 you can change that. It's like, of course, it was a very intense emotional thing for her. She took a while, but if why is it written? When we are born, there is a blueprint based on our past karma, our past consciousness. And when you say consciousness, it's everything, your mindset. Karma is what? There's no Chitragupt sitting up in somewhere in the sky and writing in karma. It's all stored in your consciousness, mentally, emotionally, energetically stored. And once you change that, the same outcome will not come. So it's like if one happening is in alignment with that consciousness, with that energy, with that, okay, so this outcome is aligned with that. Now you are changing that. You are shifting that consciousness, that current state of yours with this. Then this something else will come out. And she got married. She did not get a divorce.
Fantastic. Amazing. And it is so, it's kind of, almost ironical that you've actually given this example, because Sunita has a question asking, did you manifest your husband using this method, and is he in total alignment with everything?
Yeah.
You did? How
Yeah.
amazing. How cool is that?
And my is an intercaste marriage. And I'm a Jain, and like my parents. So you know how Jains, they want Jains to get married to Jain,
Right.
and it somehow didn't align with me. And and I didn't realize, because for me, when your heart center opens up, Neelu, you can't you can't figure out that people are different from you. You This doesn't resonate with you. That's why I'm saying it's an elevated. It goes takes you into an elevated state.
Right.
This kind of small lower ideologies doesn't align with you, because I said everybody is human. Why I have to choose because of the caste? So I met my husband, and the very first time, I would say, in the beginning of those applications, when I started applying this whole thing, and yeah, I met him within 15 days when I got this alignment. I met my husband within 15 days,
Amazing.
and within 10 days he proposed me for marriage.
Oh, this is a it's a less than 30-day
It's a
meet,
less than 30 days.
the entire thing happening. Amazing.
So
Amazing.
24th, I remember the like dates.
Right.
I was traveling. I went through this retreat. I realized there were a lot of disalignment because on this aspect, because again, societal things, a lot of things.
Right.
So I worked on that. I wrote it on paper, and I will teach that. That's why I said it works for everything. But when I give you like, okay, how to work it through the relationship, you will have much more clarity. I worked through years to bring it to that specific thing. During those process, I've been on this journey for more than 15 years.
Right.
So for 10 years, I tried and tested what works, what doesn't work, and then I came up with the MEBSEA matrix template.